Hello to everyone who lives in and around the Albany, New York area. This is the Albany News Update Show. I am your bifurcated host, Jonathan Madden, and Brian is back. Brian, how are you doing this amazing evening?
It's quite amazing.
It's quite amazing?
And I'm doing well.
You're doing well. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's take a look at what has happened in and around the Albany area these past few weeks and make some funnies. Yes! We're jumping right into it tonight. WAMC reported the Saratoga County Board of Supervisors chair wants Albany's Philip Schuyler statue, which was removed from the front of Albany City Hall 3 years after they announced the removal, which was shortly after the killing of George Floyd, because good old Philip did own a significant number of slaves. I can see it now. Visit Saratoga County. We're okay with the slave thing. Just a little.
I'm from Saratoga County.
You are?
And yes, they are okay with slavery.
Oh, jeez. Let's move on. CBS 6 Albany ran a story concerning the redesign of the town of Niskayuna's logo, which some say contains historical inaccuracies. Marie Bosman, chair of the logo work group for the town of Niskayuna, stated, quote, "In the logo, behind what looks like an indigenous man, there are teepees. That is the most obvious mistake among others," she said. The teepees were never used in this area by people who lived in the Northeast. They used longhouses. Ugh. Now here's the logo, yep, and sure enough, looks like teepees behind the indigenous man. But I'd be more concerned that the logo looks like it was created by collecting a bunch of 6th grade art projects and just mashing them together. I just thought they could have done better the first time around, that's all. I thought they could have done a little...
John, brutal.
Brutal. Moving on. The Daily Gazette reported a Saratoga Springs business owner accused of taking a cat and abandoning it at a closed animal shelter last month was offered a plea deal. Anthony Gargano, owner of the business Spring Street Deli and Pizzeria, and who was our Anus of the Week recipient a few episodes back. Yes, he was. He was offered a plea agreement Tuesday, which, if accepted, would allow him to be sentenced to a conditional discharge, and he would be banned from owning animals for 50 years. That's a long time. Here's the problem. The guy doesn't own any animals. So, there. And I have to give credit to my wife for this one, who, and I am not making this up, after I told this story to, said, "That's like the court issuing a sentence to him that he can't stick his dick in a pickle grinder. He's not going to do it anyway." There was a long discussion about where the pickle grinder came from.
Yeah, wait.
And
okay, I get
what.
Very valid point.
I'm
the guy gets rid of his animals.
Yes, he gets rid of his. Well, it wasn't his animal; it was the neighbor's
First of all,
animal.
This story is...
It's terrible.
So, after the 50-year ban ends...
Yes.
Is it then okay for him to own an animal?
Yes.
Why not just give him a lifetime ban?
I think he'll be dead before the 50 years is up. But that's just me.
Okay.
That's just me.
All right.
I think so.
Probably.
Still, it was a bogus thing for the guy to do.
Yeah.
Bogus.
And, who grinds pickles?
Don't know. I'm having trouble with the analogy myself, but the point is that he's not going to do it anyways, so what's the big deal? And in other news...
Try vacuum. Tell him vacuum.
A vacuum.
Not that I have any prior...
I will... All right, I'm moving on. CBS 6 Albany reported on a woman who was arrested after alleged intoxication in the drive-thru of a Queensberry Burger King. What's the story? Don't you have to be intoxicated to go through the Queensberry Burger King drive-thru? I mean, isn't that like a prerequisite for prerequisite? Isn't that?
She was intoxicated, all right.
I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the show where we stump the chump. Yes. Everybody loves this part. We had a fun time with Tom last week. Here we
I
go.
have a problem with the naming of this.
Okay. Yes, what's your problem?
The Stump the Chump.
Chump.
As I look around and see no visible chumps.
No visible. Oh,
Well,
all right. Well,
let me.
you're right. I should rename it.
Take that back.
I should rename it. Okay, here we go. So I asked Brian. We're going to do 5 true and false questions, and then I have 4 stories, and you have to pick the false one.
I boned up on my stories.
You did. He boned up.
Back to the Pickle Grinder story.
Yes. Here we go. Number 1. City Station North is moving forward after United Group secures financing for the $242 million project on 6th Avenue in Troy. True or false?
Say it again.
City Station North is moving forward after United Group secures financing for the $242 million project on 6th Avenue in Troy.
Damn it.
No dead time. You got it. True or false? Come on.
True.
True?
You idiot!
Damn it.
They are moving forward. It's not $242 million. It's only $42 million.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
So, dude,
That's a ridiculous number. What am I doing?
$200 million is a big difference, right? But $42 million is.
Come on.
Meanwhile, you know what we're going to do with the Albany?
Use my head. Come on.
You know what we're going to do with the Albany warehouse?
Troy, $240 million.
Nothing. That's what we're going to do.
Use your head. This is common sense.
Yes, common sense. $242 million. Okay.
million.
Question number 2.
All right.
The owner of a Scotia fencing company called Trust Offense is charged with grand larceny.
That is true.
That is true.
You're pretty smart, aren't you?
That is true, yes. Apparently you can't trust a fence. Terrible name. All right, number 3. 4 Troy City police officers are facing discipline for an incident in December when they circled their patrol cars around 2 state troopers who had driven into the Lansingburg area, taunting them with spotlights and warning them to leave the city.
Oh, that is absolutely true.
That is absolutely true.
Maybe you're not as big of a loser as I thought.
Oh, right you are.
What is up with Troy? What's the point of that?
It was all about pride.
Oh, yes, pride.
From the youngest member of that group.
Is that what it was? Here we go.
They circled him.
Okay, here we go. Story number 4.
Yes.
Skylar Finch, a morning reporter at News 10 ABC, is leaving the station.
That is false.
That is false?
You're pretty smart, aren't you?
Yes! Look at you go. Look at you
3 out of
go.
4 is
Why
false.
was it false?
That's not her name.
That is not her name. I replaced eagle with another bird. See that? I did Skylar Finch instead of Skylar Eagle.
I will say that finches, house finches in particular,
Yes?
visit my feeders
No.
and like the black sunflower seeds.
I think you win the most boring story in the middle of Stump the Chump ever. Number 5. Union College given positive outlook by credit analyst Moody's.
That is false.
I forget which one.
Maybe you're not as big of a loser as I thought.
That is false. Union College was given a negative outlook by credit analyst Moody's. So we may have another St. Rose rehabilitation plan coming soon.
What's their name now? It's not Dutchman anymore.
I don't know. Yeah, no, what they were talking about changing it, but I don't know if they did.
Everybody's changing their
Everybody's changing their names. Okay, here we go. 4 stories. One of them is false.
Okay.
The other 3 are true. Okay, story number 1.
Yes.
Parents and children cannot go into the dressing room together at Lululemon in Crossgates Mall.
Ooh.
Story number 2. The Freihofer's Run for Women race will now be named the Delightful Run for Women. Story number 3. Macy's announced plans Tuesday to close 150 stores over the next 3 years, including the locations at Crossgates Mall and Colony Center. And number 4. Battery storage project in Adirondack community canceled.
All right, the Macy's story is going to be true.
Macy's story Closing. Okay.
All right.
Freihofer's Run for Women race will now be named the Delightful Run for Women.
That sounds like a Jonathan Madden's.
Parents and children cannot go into the dressing room together at Lululemon and Crossgates Mall.
That sounds like something that would be true.
Battery storage project in Adirondack community
It's
canceled.
between 2 and 4.
2 and 4. Freihofer's Run for
That
Women.
number 2 has Jonathan Madden written all over it.
Okay.
2.
Number 2. You big dummy!
Fred?
It is true. The Freihofer's Run for Women race will now be named the Delightful Run for Women. I am not making this up. It is not. And what's the false one? Oh, Macy's announced plans Tuesday to close 150 stores over the next 3 years. But the locations at Crossgates Mall and Macy's will be saved. Yay!
That's bogus.
It's not bogus.
It's bogus.
I had fun. You did better this time,
listen.
though. Give him a round of applause. Yes.
The
You
curve.
did better.
The curve.
The curve is going up. I almost didn't get a chance to do the second wrong one, so there you go.
Hey,
Here we go.
fun fact.
Yes.
Some .com said that Albany
Albany.
is the 26th
26th.
in the top 50 party place in the country.
26th.
Ranked 26th.
Wow.
Now the caveat for this is the criteria that they made that list was that the hotels are affordable.
Okay.
And what's that tell you?
What does that tell you? It tells you that if you want to party, you got to do it at a hotel.
No, it
No,
tells you
it
that
doesn't
no one
tell.
comes to Albany,
No
and
one-
that's why the hotels are cheap.
Maybe.
Because there's nothing to do here.
All right.
And this list is stupid.
All right.
And whoever this .com was, this I forget the name of it.
Dude, there are so many .coms listing lists and lists and lists. You click on one news article about a list, you get lists forever.
and Syracuse was number 25.
Syracuse is number
There.
25.
And,
What was Utica?
Brandbloom.com or whatever. Utica.
Utica.
I don't know.
God.
Who knows?
It's not even make the top 50. Didn't even make top 50.
Stupid list.
Miss.
Affordable hotels.
Okay. Are we
It's
done?
like, shark attacks
Are we
occur in shallow water.
We're having like a mini BMAC
No,
attack
that's a
here.
great statistic.
That's
That's a great statistic. That's because people swim in deep waters
He could just
all the time.
Go all night. He's just going to keep going
Yeah,
until I...
yeah, because beaches
are you all-
are just
all
in,
right.
in the middle of oceans. Stupid.
Hey, I got to bleep. Let's move on. The Daily Gazette. Hold on, let me get over. The Daily Gazette ran a story with the headline, Saratoga County launches school-based opioid substance use support program. Why Saratoga County is supporting opioid and substance use is beyond me, but hey, Philip Schuyler. The wording is weird. I think it should have been abuse support program. Like,
Well-written story.
anyways. It was low-hanging fruit and I was running out of time,
opioid
so I
abuse.
just... Yes?
Opioid
Opioid?
is a problem.
It is.
I don't know if you should be making fun of that.
It's not a problem for me.
Philip Schuyler, yes.
Happening in
course.
Saratoga.
Back then, everyone had slaves because that's what.
Not everyone. Not everyone. I'm gonna bet that the slaves didn't have slaves. Oh, touche. Let's go on. The Times Union reported the City of Albany Common Council overwhelmingly, by a 12-0 vote, approved a measure to add mind-controlling, cancer-causing, sterility-inducing, alien-originating poison to the city's water supply. Sorry, I meant fluoride. They're going to add fluoride to the city's water supply.
All right.
I got that wrong.
Wait a second.
I got
Who's
that.
adding fluoride?
The City of Albany.
Oh, it's working so well.
You
You ever walk down the streets of Albany?
what does that have to do with teeth?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get what he's saying. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you get when you get 32 Albanians in a room?
Albanites?
Albanians. Albanites?
We've get over this the first show. We said it was Albanites. It's not Albanians. We're not from Albania. We're from Albany. Look
What
it up.
do you get
Wikipedia.
when you get 32 Albanites in one room?
I don't know.
A set of teeth.
Jeez, that's brutal.
The
Well,
fluoride's
maybe
working well.
the joke isn't gonna. I would have expected that from like a Utica.
Instead of adding the fluoride to the water supply, because no one drinks tap water anymore.
I know. Tell me about it.
Stupid.
It's stupid. Okay. Man, I'm super grumpy today. WTEN ran a story about how a Saratoga County sergeant and deputy saved a woman who was gored by a pig. I got nothing. That was the story.
It's one horny pig.
They gored by a tusk. Is that what you were going for? The horn on the pig or the... No? I was probably...
Pigs have horns?
I did that. They have tusks, yes.
Maybe
not
back
horns.
to them with that little corkscrew thing.
Maybe. Maybe it was a unicorn pig. And they had... Anyways, it was pretty serious, and congratulations for the sergeant and deputy for saving their life. And finally, we have the Albany News Update Show Anus of the Week. Yes, you can clap. I guess you can clap for that. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but... Some of you may remember Craig Ross Jr., the Milton man accused of kidnapping a 9-year-old girl from Morrow Lake State Park last year. Well, he recently pled guilty to 2 felony counts, first-degree kidnapping and predatory sexual assault against a child, and will serve 47 years to life in prison. Yes, you can applaud that, yes. But that's not why he gets the award. Here's why. Earlier this year, during the proceedings, Ross asked the judge if he could appear at a court appearance via video conferencing instead of in person. Why? Because he claimed court appearances aggravate a medical condition. I am not making this up. Craig, you want to know what else aggravates a medical condition even more than court appearances? Prison.
You know,
The gall.
I don't know.
The
I
gall
think his father
of
changed his name, his first name.
Whose first name?
The father, Craig Ross Sr.
Craig Ross Sr. Oh, he changed his name so he wouldn't be associated with it? Yeah. Are you just making that up, or is that true?
So that he's not Craig Ross Sr. anymore.
Gotcha.
And then there's no Craig Ross Jr.
I don't know if you can do that or not. I think once you're a Craig Ross Jr., that's it for life.
He doesn't want to be associated with...
Well, I'm just saying, maybe you should have named his kid after him.
He changed his first name to Ross.
That's why I didn't name any of my boys after me, is because I am 65% sure one of them will be a serial killer.
So he changed his first name to Ross, and his name is Ross.
His name is Ross? Now. I would have changed it to Bob. But that's just me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Albany News Update Show. Yes, check out the stories we've highlighted in the description below. Please support the local news. We had fun, and you've been updated.
Yes. I got on a roll.
You did. Jelly roll.